Today we're going to take a closer look at the weird history of Xxxtentacion's posthumous music. X was an artist who left a lasting impact on the world with his unique style and powerful lyrics. Even after his untimely death, his music continues to be a source of inspiration for many. However, the story of X's posthumous music is not without controversies. And in this video, we'll be exploring all the strange and mysterious elements that make up his history. Xxxtentacion, also known as X, was a rapper and singer who rose to prominence with his debut album 17 in 2017. X first gained recognition through a SoundCloud page where he would release his music for free. X's top SoundCloud songs in 2016 include Look at Me, F Love, Revenge, Young Brats. These tracks were some of the first songs that X released on the SoundCloud page and helped establish his unique sound and style. Look at Me in particular became a viral hit and helped propel X into the mainstream artist. The songs on the SoundCloud page showcase X's raw and emotional style, were a glimpse into the type of music that would eventually make him one of the most recognizable names in the hip-hop and rap world. With his unique style and emotional lyrics, X quickly gained a following, and he rose to fame. He was known for his raw and emotional style, and his music touched a variety of different themes, including heartbreak, depression, and mental health. He quickly became a voice of a generation for young people who felt misunderstood and loved by his fans for his honesty and vulnerability.
No matter whether you realize it or not, every day you evolve. Every day you create. You create in thought, you evolve in mind, you evolve as far as your age, you evolve physically, mentally.
The death of Xxxtentacion had a huge impact on the music world and his fans. X was just starting to reach the height of his success when he was shot and unfortunately killed in 2018. His death was met with shock and sadness, and many people took to social media to pay tribute to his life and music. The music world was left to mourn the loss of one of its brightest stars, and X's death was widely covered by the news outlets and media outlets. X's fans, who had grown to love him for his honesty and vulnerability, were devastated by his death, and many struggled to come to terms with the loss of such a talented and influential artist. Despite the tragedy of his death, X's music continues to live on, and he remains an inspiration to many people around the world.
Man, X was a big inspiration to me.
The legacy of X's posthumous music is a controversial one. After his death, several albums and songs were released under his name, but many fans were left wondering about how authentic the music and the motivation behind the releases were. Some argue that X's music was being exploited for commercial gain, and the posthumous releases were not in line with the original artistic vision. And there were also debates about the quality of the music and whether it was a real reflection of X's true style and sound. This has left X's posthumous music with a complicated legacy, and many fans continue to question how authentic and the motivations behind the releases are. Despite the controversy, X's music continues to be loved and celebrated by his fans, and his impact on the music were undeniable.
No, Xxxtentacion can rap. You know what I'm saying? I heard it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, when I think about him, I hope he makes it to your age, because I feel like he might be a calm down version of himself, kind of like the way you are probably a calm down version of your 19-year-old self now.
Debate over whether or not the collaborations are in line with X's original vision for his music is a hot topic among fans and industry professionals. Some argue that the collaborations are a natural progression of X's sound and style, and that he would have approved them if he were still alive. They argue that X was also experimenting and pushing the boundaries of what's possible in hip-hop and rap, and that the collaborations are a reflection of his artistic vision and creativity. On the other hand, others argue that the collaborations are actually not in line with X's original vision for his music, and they are simply an attempt to cash grab for his legacy. They argue that X was a very specific and unique artist, and the collaborations do not reflect the true essence of his sound and style. These people argue that the collaborations detract from X's legacy, and they undermine his artistic vision and creativity. Regardless of which side of the debate you fall on, it's clear that X's posthumous music continues to be a source of fascination and discussion, and that his legacy continues to be an important part of the whole music world. The legacy of X's posthumous music is a controversial one, After his death, several albums and songs were released under his name, sparking debates. Additionally, there's a debate over whether the collaborations are in line with X's original sound and style. Despite the controversy, X's music continues to be loved and celebrated by fans, and its impact on the music world is undeniable. In conclusion, the future of X's posthumous music and its impact and legacy is still up in the air, while some fans and industry professionals continue to debate how authentic and the motivation behind the releases are. X's music continues to be celebrated by his fans, and its impact in the music world remains undeniable despite the controversy. X's music continues to touch people in a meaningful way, and his legacy will continue to live on through his music. As for my personal thoughts, I do wish X had a chance to collaborate with artists like Juice WRLD, as it would have been incredible to see two talented artists come together and create something new and exciting. And while I respect the collaborations with Uzi, it's impossible to know what X's true thoughts on the matter would have actually been. Ultimately, all we can do is continue to appreciate X's music for what it is, and obviously celebrate his legacy that he has actually left behind, because man, Xxxtentaction is a one of one. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Send this to all the Xxxtentaction fans, and I appreciate you for actually watching. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Peace.